Hello everyone, today I will be talking about PTSD and war veterans. Imagine waking up in the morning and instantly feeling rage, guilt, and depression, but also being haunted by fears, terrors, and flashbacks. This is the life of a war veteran that has been diagnosed with PTSD, otherwise known as post-traumatic stress disorder. This disorder causes too many veterans to feel like they are at their breaking point and something that they will never feel normal again. Many war veterans are suffering, and we cannot see past this imaginary wall of them pretending to be fine. PTSD in war veterans is constantly taking place around the world, and every veteran out there needs to know that there is help to fight against this battle of theirs. My father risked his own life and fought in the war, and thank God he made it back home safely, but he still faces certain issues to this day from the war. What is post-traumatic stress disorder? Well, post-traumatic stress disorder in war veterans is a mental health issue that some veterans face after experiencing a near-death experience or a life-threatening event. Sometimes veterans are always on edge and feel like panicking, and they can also feel emotionally numb. What causes PTSD? Well, events such as combat, vehicle accidents, bombings, or assault can lead to PTSD. After a veteran experiences severe trauma, their body and mind tend to go into shock. The shock will sometimes never go away, which leads to PTSD. All right, moving on to the nervous system. There are two reflexive ways the body responds to a stressful event: mobilization and immobilization. Mobilization occurs when a veteran thinks they need to defend themselves to survive, and immobilization occurs when a veteran may see no way out because they are contained in too much stress. And whenever PTSD occurs, it occurs because it moves from the mind and body through the nervous system. All right, symptoms of PTSD. Veterans may have horrible thoughts, nightmares, or bad flashbacks, and this can often lead to strokes and panic attacks. They can also have mood swings or negative changes in their behavior, and that can include guilt, shame, fear, and they may also be at a point where they are jumpy and are on guard all the time, and they're not themselves. So the first problem due to PTSD is suicide. According to Lisa Rappaport from Healthcare and Pharma, U.S. Americans with PTSD are more likely to die from suicide than other American people. Certain causes can lead to suicide, such as high alcohol consumption, anger and rage, and even self-destructive behaviors such as drinking and driving or um, causing self-harm on ourselves while doing daily activities. The second problem due to PTSD is depression. War veterans often feel sad or worthless, and this causes them to be depressed. Symptoms include feeling hopeless, changing appetite, poor concentration, and they don't show interest in certain activities anymore. Laura Udesky from Health Day reported that nearly half of the veterans who have PTSD are also depressed. Frank Schoenfield, director of Veterans Affairs Hospital, stated, "In the group who have PTSD, depression is quite prominent, about 45%, and that's a large percentage." Okay, how many war veterans are affected by PTSD? Well, according to Elaine K. Halley, contributor at U.S. News, about 20% of veterans who served in Iraqi freedom and enduring freedom suffer from PTSD each year. And there's also 12% of Gulf War veterans, which is what my father served in, and 15% of Vietnam veterans suffer from PTSD each year as well. Okay, and a lot of people don't think about this when they think about military or anybody in active duty, but sexual assault occurs for both male and female. Hill and Ponton from Disability Attorneys 2020 recorded that 55% of women experienced some form of sexual harassment while in the military. They continued on to talk about males, which are at the percentage of 38% who experience sexual harassment in the military. The sexual harassment often affects veterans the same way as combat might, and this leads to PTSD as well. Okay, there's help and there's treatment for